What's going on, guys? Holy shit! Okay, holy crap. What's going on, guys? Nickster 2002 back again with some Halo 4 gameplay commentary on the map Complex. But today I want to talk to you guys about this clan called NCO. The NCO means New Clan Order, and their leader is a total dipshit. Like, I mean, seriously, like, he is the biggest clear bait on the fucking planet. And, you know, I will be honest here, like, I actually thought about joining their clan, like, first of all, like, cause I was on, if you do remember, like, in my, back in the day, I was on this clan called Guardians of Hyrule. That was a pretty, it was fun for when I was in it, but then I never really joined any of their any clan meetings, so to speak. Never joined any of their, like, you know, clan battles, clan games, whatever. I never joined any of those because I was always with my friends. And so eventually, after a while, I noticed that the clan leader has kicked me off of his friends list. And so I tried to message him back, and he blocked communications with me. And since he blocked communications with me, I was like, oh fuck it, I'm not in clan anymore. So I changed all that shit, and then one day my friend Jimmy, I was playing, fuck, what was I playing? I was playing like GTA 5 or something like that. Or no, I wasn't playing GTA 5, I was playing something, I was playing like NBA or something like that. And my friend Jimmy was playing, he was playing some, Black Ops 2. And this guy named Speedy Ninja 105, he's the leader of Ninja's Gaming, and he was like, "Oh, J-Hal, do you have any friends that you can like recruit to the Ninja clan?" And you know, sure enough, he invited him to the party, and you know, we got to talk and stuff. And I mean, it was cool. You know, so I was in there, and since like I was like really good at Halo, he made me the head of the Halo branch, and yeah, that was cool. I never did anything with it though, because after that I got GTA 5 and I never really played it. But yeah, that's how it went. And after a while, they also, or after a while, I met like another part of the clans, like Ninja X something, and they did have over like 1,000 followers on Twitter or something, so I knew, like, you know, their clan wasn't a joke. They did have a YouTube channel, but their YouTube channel had like 30 subs or something like that. But so I should tell them we're that big of a channel, but I still joined their clan. I still enjoyed playing with them whenever I did play with them, because I mean the leader was a funny guy. Like he made me laugh a couple times. So after a while, eventually, like, you know, I got back on that, or actually I was in Stay Hall, I noticed this. I looked up on their Twitter, and I realized that I wasn't following them, and I was like, what the fuck, I'm pretty sure I followed them. And I looked, and sure enough I wasn't, and that was a fail rocket, by the way. And I wasn't following them, so I was like, okay, so I must be kicked out of, or I must have not either followed them in the first place, or they just like deleted their Twitter altogether or blocked me or some shit like that. And so I don't even know what happened. Like, I looked at my friends list on my phone. I went on my Xbox app on my phone, and sure enough, the two guys that were friends with me on Ninja's Gaming were now on my friends list anymore. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? And so I messaged that moment. I messaged the clan leader, and I'm like, hey, am I kicked out of the clan? And he's like, who the hell are you? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, screw it then. So, and they removed my friend Jimmy too. Look at that overkill. I got some swag going on right now. Just kidding. But oh my god, a little lag. But yeah, so I mean, they weren't even friends with Jimmy, so technically I don't even think I just moved on and just like said, fuck it, I'm out of that clan. So yeah, I mean, honestly, and then I you know, and it finally dawned on me that clans were retarded and stuff. But then one day, this clan, I was in Stay Hall again, and I was going through my Twitter, and this clan called New Clan Order was having a mass recruitment, and he hit me up on Twitter, and he was like, Nickster _ 3000, so that was my new Twitter name because voice crack, because I forgot my password to my other one, so the only way I could access it was on my phone, and then eventually I would probably factory reset my phone to all the fucking apps that I downloaded on there, and no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, just in case if I forgot the password, I wouldn't have to worry about not having a Twitter. And so I just made another one, and I remembered the password of that, and so I made another one, and in Stay Hall I was on it, and this guy named at the time I think his name is like Ets a mile, Ets or something like that, something J, and he hit me up on Twitter, and he was like, hey yo, we're having a mass recruitment for New Clan Order NCO. You want to join him? Like, sure, I'll join. He's like, alright, that's cool. Just sign up on the website. And I signed up on the website at my friend's house. And that same night, he invited me to. He sent me a friend request and invited me to the party. And so then he was like, okay, let's. So he was talking about like changing all my armor and shit. And when I was changing my armor, he invited this other guy named Blur T Slayer, and to this day, me and Blur are like really good friends. And I guess I don't even know what to say about that one. Like he wanted me and Blur to 1v1, and to see like what our skills were. And he's like, I'm gonna be honest here, I flat out suck at Halo, and I was like, I didn't say anything, but I was just in shock of like, you want me to join your clan, but yet you're the worst. And so, and then he's like, oh yeah, Nickster, I looked at your YouTube, do you have a capture card? And I was like, yeah dude, I got capture, I do, I have a decent amount of subscribers. And he's like, dude, that's cool, how about you record this and send it to me in an email? And I was going to send it through an email, and I was just sitting there like, you know, pointless and like clueless. I was just sitting there like, what's going on? And so when we had before we started the thing, he was like, okay, you know what, I might run around and shoot you a couple times. And then Blur was like, no, fuck you, if you shoot me, I'm going to kill you. And then he's like, no, okay, fine, I won't shoot. I'm like, well, how about we just have a free-for-all? And then he was like, okay, let's do that. And then so we did a free-for-all, and when we did the free-for-all, I'm gonna be honest here, like I won by like at least 10 kills. I think something like that. I don't remember, but in one of my videos called the NGA recruitment video, and I'll explain that in a minute. And the video was like, it was supposed to be NCO, but the guy we had, or the mile was like, oh cool, that's cool and stuff, and he ranked up Blur even though he had lost. No offense Blur, but and so like he lost and he ranked him up, but he didn't rank me up at all. And I asked him, okay, since Blur is this rank, then what rank am I? And he's like, well, you're a recruit now, considering you just asked me what your rank was. And I was like, what the fuck's this? I just kicked your ass in a fucking free-for-all, and you don't rank me up at all? And this guy came in like dead last. Like, Blur kicked his ass by at least 20 kills. And he went like 3 and like maybe 25 or something like that. I don't remember. And so he's like, alright, fine, but don't ever ask me again what your rank is, and you rank me up to like private or something gay. And he's like, oh well, and all this shit. And I said, so apparently he wanted to like show us the what do you call it, base. And after he showed us the NGA base, or not NGA base, NCO base, this other guy named Admiral Art, who is the clan leader of NGA, he basically was like, oh well, I'm going to try to join NCO too, and you know, these guys, Blur and him, I think were under Blur and him were undercover, I think, and at the time, I didn't know like what the big difference was, and so like I was just sitting there, I was like the middleman in the whole thing, and when we did that, I was like, okay, so Art's gonna be in the clan, that's cool, you know, and then we wanted to show, or Email wanted to see the base of NGA, and because they were both like, oh well, shit, well it's kind of sucks because you can't see it, and he was like, okay, oh okay, well that's cool, and so Blur was like, yeah, that's for you, bud, and I'm just sitting there like, what's going on, you know, I'm sitting there, and I have no idea what's going on, and eventually like Email recruits me and Art and Blur into the NCO, and we eventually like get into this lobby with a whole bunch of other clan members of NCO who were like literally maybe like 4 or I don't think they were, maybe they were around 6 or 7 years old, because they were like all fucking switchers and they were all bitches, and I really didn't like either one of them to begin with. But when they came in, I think it was like 2 other ones, because I remember it was just me, Blur, and Art on one team, and then 3 on the other. And we were like, okay, so how do we do a 3v3? And he was like, okay, and then me, Blur, and Art went to one party to talk tactics, so to speak. And basically what they did was they told me that NGA was recruiting, and I was already pissed off at Email for just being a total douchebag about the whole clan thing. He had no idea what he was doing when he was recruiting at all. And so I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm leaving NCO. Thanks guys, no, I was right. And they weren't like, I mean, and if you really like think about it, and I told them the problems with my history I had with the other clans, like how I didn't play with them enough, I didn't play with them a whole lot, you know, with the dam. And they're like, oh, that's cool, just tell us who you're playing with, and just tell us you want to play right now, and we'll let you go play. And I was like, alright, sweet. So, you know, at least they're not, like, you know, tight, like, rough on you. They're just like, you better fucking play, you're not playing anymore, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, okay. So, yeah, that was cool. That was the thing that really got me hooked up on it. And so the video of our, like, just me, Blur, and the Email, I was recording that one, and I was supposed to give it to Email to put on his channel, but I put it on my channel saying like how we kicked his ass, because we really did, me and Blur, and I uploaded it to my channel. It was called NGA Recruitment, and here I did on the next, I think it was like the next couple days or so. Or no, I'm going to load hell myself. Anyway, I think I left off with the free-for-all, or not free-for-all, 3v3, and me and Blur just flat out kicked Blur and Art just flat out kicked their ass. Like, it was pretty sad. And then eventually, like, a lot of other kids from NCO and NGA and Beta 5, who was the other clan that NGA allies with, and I'm sitting there like, holy shit, this is a fucking big ass clan. I mean, that was like this giant like battle with snipers and scorpions and shit, and it was fucking awesome, I'm not gonna lie. And they ended up leaving, they all ended up leaving and forfeiting and doing their own thing. And so a couple days went past after that, and after I got back online with Blur, I started talking to him again, and he was like, oh dude, Nickster, you know that the NCO guy, email, who changed his name to NCO director. We call him dictator, and or dipshit. We call him whatever. He says, like, I looked at his YouTube channel and he does, like, he dresses up like Michael Jackson and fucking dances in front of his school and shit like that, and he looks like a Cuban elf, and if you will. And he was he looks so fucking gay. And he was sitting there and he was like, oh yeah, well he took your video. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you know that free for all that we had before he kicked us out, like when we were being recruited for NCO? I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, apparently he re-uploaded it. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude, go on the NCO website and fucking look for yourself. And I was like, okay. And I went on the NCO website, and sure enough, that video, the same exact video with the same exact song, with the same exact gameplay was on there. And I looked, and it had a link to their NCO clan channel on YouTube, and I was like, motherfucker, those fucking assholes stole my fucking video. And like, I was commenting back and forth. Each and hold on, let me. Well, actually, I couldn't show you now anyway. And I was going to tell you, like, read the comments to you guys. But I do remember saying, like, dude, this is my gameplay. What the fuck are you doing? And he was like, no, sorry, Nickster, this is half mine, half yours. I'm like, what? It's me kicking your ass. How is it half yours? And then he said, well, because I was in it, so it's technically half mine. I was like, no, it's not. I uploaded it for me and the people that are subscribed to me, for their enjoyment. And he's like, no, sorry, this isn't your video, stop talking. And I was like, really, bitch? And so then my buddy Jordace Gaming, he was like, it's funny how you steal other people's videos because you suck at gaming and stuff like this. Or he didn't say because you suck at gaming, but he said it's funny how you steal Nick's videos. And I was like, and then he replied, he's like, shut the fuck up, kid, you don't fucking know what you're talking about. And I'm like, really, kid? Really? I fucking showed him the video, so I fucking told him that you were stealing my shit. And then he was like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm like, watch me. And me and my friend Roy team like flied the shit out of the video, because it was really my video. And I was like, well, I send a copyright infringement in here, 7th period science class, or not 7th period science class, 8th period science class. I did an email. I think it was like Wednesday, no, Thursday. Like this Thursday, the one that just happened. We did for Thanksgiving. And like we went back and forth before all this happened in the comment section of the video, and I sent a copyright infringement. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna call it, but if you please forgive me because I don't know how to pronounce it. But if you, shit, I'm fucking lost track here. But yeah, if you know what it's called, just disregard what I'm saying, because, I think it's called infringement. But, I sent one of those, and, 8th period science class, I got an email from YouTube on my iPad, and I was like, really? And then they're like, Nickster 3002, we looked at your infringement stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And, sure enough, the video got banned, and I was like, I looked up the video on my phone because, you know, my school was like so fucking like tight, like strict and shit on like what we watched, like what we did on and stuff. And I was like, oh my god. And so I got on my phone, which was even slower because it wasn't connected to any Wi-Fi. I was just on mobile data. And I looked up his videos, and it didn't even have the picture that's put on the video. It just had like a fucking, it didn't even have a thumbnail. It was just like, the thumbnail was like a video thing, and then it had like a little like the little no circle or whatever. And I clicked on it, it's like, this video has been removed due to copyright by Nickster 2002, and I was like, fuck yes! And I yelled it in class, and I got in trouble, but I didn't even care. Because I was just full of joy and stuff, and you know, I was really happy that guy didn't just steal my video and deal with it, because I mean, I just couldn't sleep right for the past couple of days knowing that he stole my video, and it just really pissed me off. And I was kind of thinking about quitting YouTube, but I was like, no, I'm gonna stick with it. I came this far already, and I'm not turning around. So, yeah, NCO guys is a shitty clan. You should not join them. They're full of garbage, and they supposedly they're having some kind of mass recruitment. But I know this has been like one of my longest, maybe my longest commentaries ever. And if you guys are watching to this point of the video, thank you guys so much. You know, I love you, and thank you guys for watching this video. Follow me on Twitter, comment on the video, like the video, Facebook, or follow me, like my page on Facebook, you know, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you're new, if you're watching. Do not join NCO, it's just bad, and do not, just don't. So, long story short, NCO sucks, and NGA is awesome. Okay, so if you haven't known, I've been in NGA. If you haven't figured it out already, I've been in NGA, and NGA is just a better overall clan. But so once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. I'll talk to you guys later.